In an interview with the New York Post, Juan Soto admitted that it's definitely been different hitting this year because last season he had the best hitter in baseball, Aaron Judge, protecting him. And guess what? Everybody and their grandmothers knew that that would be the case. And nobody will ever have an ounce of sympathy for any struggles he has, ever. Because that is exactly what he knowingly chose in free agency. And by saying that he doesn't get pitches to hit, he indirectly insults Pete Alonso in the process. Now, nobody's comparing Pete Alonso to Aaron Judge as a player. But with that comment, he's basically saying that the opposing pitchers do not view Pete Alonso to be big enough of a threat. So I'll preface this by saying that Juan Soto is 100% one of the best players in baseball, hands down. And he would be on any team that he plays on. And while he may be struggling so far this season, Juan Soto's numbers will be just fine. But they probably won't duplicate his 2024 Yankee numbers, and definitely not the numbers the New York Mets broke the bank for. While enjoying Aaron Judge's protection last year, Soto had his career best season, hitting .288 with 41 home runs and 119 RBIs. Subtracting Aaron Judge from the equation automatically lowers the ceiling on Soto's production potential. And then factoring in that Soto will play his 81 home games at Citi Field instead of Yankee Stadium reduces it even further. Ironically, this is not the first time that this situation has happened, albeit to a less consequential degree. Back in 2010, the Yankees acquired Curtis Granderson from the Detroit Tigers. I immediately said that as a left-handed hitter, the 30 home runs Granderson hit the year before in Detroit, which is a very big pitcher's ballpark, will translate into 40 home runs in Yankee Stadium. And in his 4 years as a Yankee, Granderson broke 40 home runs twice, hitting 41 in 2011 and 43 in 2012. When Granderson joined the Mets in 2014, I warned the Mets fans not to expect that same home run production. And in his 4 seasons with the Mets, he never hit more than 30 home runs in a year. Now, in regards to Soto, to me, that caveat of his production dropping was assumed and clear as day. So going into free agency, I was confident the Yankees would be able to retain Soto because I had to figure that every GM, every owner, and even Soto himself had to realize that that would be the case as well. But Steve Cohen is the new George Steinbrenner, and he caved into each and every one of Soto's whims just to get him. And Soto knew that Cohen was desperate to sign him, so he took full advantage of that, and he kept tacking on ridiculous demands. Now, I don't like it, but I can't blame Soto for taking the absolute most money offered, plus the perks. But I can blame him for the lies he used to justify his decision. He could have simply kept it about the total value of the contract. But instead, he tried to say that due to the team's farm systems, the Mets had a better chance of sustained winning than the Yankees, which is utter nonsense. The Yankees always have a lower-ranked farm system than most of the league, yet somehow they've managed to make the postseason in 25 of the last 30 seasons since their playoff dynasty started in 1995. That's reaching the playoffs a staggering 83.3% of the time over that 30-year span. The Mets, in that same 30-year span, the Mets have made it to the postseason only 7 times, which is only 23.3% of the time.
Bruh.
Remember when the Mets had the world's best farm systems in the past? With guys like Jacob deGrom, Matt Harvey, Noah Syndergaard, Zach Wheeler, and Steven Matz? Or at the start of the Yankees dynasty in 1995 when the Mets had that famed Generation K trio of starting pitchers, Jason Isringhausen, Paul Wilson, and Bill Pulsipher? How did that work out? Setting aside Soto's fraudulent justifications for leaving, the blatant reality of what happened with Soto was that while knowing he would win more and statistically benefit the most by playing with Aaron Judge, he simply did not want to be second fiddle to anyone. He could not accept being the second best player on his team until Aaron Judge retired. That says a lot about Soto. He chose vanity over perennial postseason runs. He chose vanity over being one of the best 1-2 punches in history. He chose vanity over possible championship glory. Shohei Ohtani chose to play for the Angels just so he could play with the best player in the game at that time, Mike Trout. And he only left because the Angels couldn't compete. No matter how you slice it, Soto's career numbers will take a big hit because of his ego. With the Yankees, any failure the team has gets left at Aaron Judge's feet, much like it was for Derek Jeter. And now Soto gets his wish to be the top dog in Queens, and will have to take the brunt of the blame for any of the failures that the Mutts have. I wonder if his ego will be able to handle it, because after only 2 weeks of personal struggles on a first-place team that's currently 11-5, he's already shifting blame for his slow start and throwing a good guy and fan favorite Pete Alonso under the bus. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. Peace.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their